Well, with that being said, getting rid of that garbage video, bringing the big boy that I've really been waiting for and excited to unbox. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to Life of Cletus. Yeah, I just grabbed that thumbnail. And I have a box here from a company called Boss Fight Studios, who actually makes products based off a series that I collected when I was a little kid. And the series that has actually got me back into collecting about 10 years ago. Can't wait to show it to you guys. I own the original release that they made, the first wave that they made, which was unflocking real. I'll have to explain in this video. Shoot the intro, let's go.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent making his way to the red corner from Shirley, Long Island, New York, CLETUS, the Hebrew Hammer, Seldin.
Alright guys, so let me get you a little catching up to do. My entire collecting experience started recollecting about 10 years ago. My brother bought me the entire first few figures from the Bucky O'Hare series. Growing up as a kid, that was like the only series that we actually got. I think I was from like the only birthday party I ever got as a kid was these Bucky O'Hare characters. There's like 2 or 3 of them. I never got the whole wave, and my friends did, and I never was able to complete that. So my brother bought me a few of them and said, listen, pick these things up. Remember, I said, hell yeah. And that's what got me back into collecting, and that was about 10 years ago. Whew! It's been a long time. Bucky O'Hare and Lord of the Rings. Those are the real 2 passions that I have, because I actually seen all the shows and I loved it. This company here, Boss Fight Studios, actually came out and got a licenses for them. Whew. I didn't know what Boss Fight Studios was at the time, but I saw that they had a pre-order for this second wave character that I had to have in my life. And when that character came in the mail about 4 months later, I screamed on top of my lungs because I thought somebody actually sent me the original release of it. Yeah, let me explain that real quick. When Bucky O'Hare was originally released in the early 90s, there was an entire first series that went on everybody's shelf. There was a total of 13 total episodes for Bucky O'Hare. There was comic books, and the creator, funny story was, he actually created all the characters to be identical to the action figures that were going to get produced. Yeah. He didn't want to do what Star Wars did when they made like all these ships and these figures that they couldn't produce into action figures. So he decided that he's going to make these action figure designs and then make the comic books and TV shows to actually go with the actual figures. He did it backwards, and it was smart because all the little peg holes in the feet and everything all worked out perfectly. Now, there was a first release series like I mentioned, and then they started a second series. They added some new characters in this series, some got some upgrades, and they looked so freaking awesome. They then decided right before they carted them up and ready to produce them onto the shelves of the actual store companies that they decided to cancel it all. All the store companies who got the original first release of these Bucky O'Hare characters that had a big problem. Why? Because of one figure. From the first wave, there was one figure that did not sell. And it was stuck on all the toy shelves. It sounds like a Toy Story story on here. And it was that one figure that's stuck on everybody's shelf. And with that, everybody canceled their orders, and the company then disappeared with that licenses. Those products, those Bucky O'Hare second series wave, was carded and never sent out to the public. And that was the end of Bucky O'Hare. Well, sort of. Some of those figures then started showing up as prototypes on eBay pages, and once every now, I don't know how long I've been following on eBay, 7 years, has one Bucky O'Hare Jenny figure popped up. I've seen some prototypes of the second wave that actually showed up on eBay, and I put some bids in. I wasn't a big collector. This was way before I collected Pops and anything, and I really didn't get anything. But there was one Bucky O'Hare Jenny on there, and I put a bid in there for like, I never bought anything off eBay before, for $1,100. Guess what? I lost a bid to the next guy up, and that was my Bucky O'Hare problem. Right now, if I can collect any series of figures that comes out on eBay and I'll spend some good money on, it's the Bucky O'Hare line. These series of figures are so hard and rare to get that there is even a possibility that I heard that they're illegally sold. Like, you cannot buy them off eBay of the carded figures, which in my mind kind of is true because it's never actually be seen of a carded figure. It's crazy. If I brought in all the Bucky O'Hare stuff that I was able to bring into my life in the past couple of years, at the beginning of the years, you guys would be amazed. I got one full set. I got a set out of the box. I got the plush, the rare Bucky O'Hare plush that shows up on eBay like once every year. I have the original artwork of the Bucky O'Hare characters being made from design. The original Bucky O'Hare artwork. Next, I also have all the little comic books. They're even here. I just don't feel like grabbing them. I might even grab the actual artwork to show you guys. But I'm going to end those stories here so I can unbox my passion, and I believe I am the most passionate YouTube collector of Bucky O'Hares that have ever been produced. I believe I actually once went and sat down with this company briefly. I just had a quick conversation with them and I was like, okay, that's cool. Didn't know that they were going to be keeping up with this licenses. Yes, they're keeping up with this license. It's driving me crazy. So I got the first wave. I was like, alright, whatever. And then they came up with a better wave and more figures to go with the line. And right off the bat, I would like to say this to this company. These are collectible figurines. Please be aware of that. When I'm buying this, I want this stuff collected and put together completely, fairly. I'm going to be your guy. I'm your boy. I still watch Bucky O'Hare. I'm up to episode 4 again from Bucky O'Hare. Let's get to it. Alright. Starting out first, we got ourselves the Storm Toad Trooper. The Storm Toad Trooper. And on the back here, I think this is part of the second wave. I'm not sure because it's been a while since I unboxed the original set, the Jenny and the Bucky, which I keep on display in the collection. I actually have a second set in storage. I can't help myself. If I didn't collect anything, I would probably have bought 2 sets of these easily. I'm probably going to buy a second set of these as well, these Toads, because they're army builders. You need these to build your flock and army. I am so pumped and excited for these. I've seen all the reviews that you actually sent out because you can actually make 4 different Toads posed because some wear hats and some have different guns. Yeah, I get to live that style. Now, the next thing I'm going to add here, and I'm not sure if this company actually knows this, but this figure here is actually on some people's Toy of the Year in their top 10. Or top 5. Top 10, top 5 Toy of the Year. It's not the Toy of the Year, but it's on there. And that is the Deadeye Duck, baby. Deadeye Duck himself from the Bucky O'Hare series. On the back here, they have the original content that was supposed to be, I don't know if it's actually the original content, but it was supposed to be the same exact replica of the exact same way that the carded figures were back then. What makes these guys so much special than your other Hasbro toys, because Hasbro used to have the license with this, is that they have these card-friendly or collectible-friendly backs where you can take the figure out and not have to damage the card. I just recently went to Target and had the black series of the Archive Bounty Hunters. Well, guess what? If I wanted to take those flockers out of the box, I had to decide if I was going to buy a second set or I had to keep that one set in the box. Yeah, I wasn't trying to live that life. But let me just unbox this guy real quick and show him to you. Whoops. Let's put this face back onto him. I'm not going to go in depth. I'm just going to show you guys my damn dead-eyed duck from Bucky O'Hare line. Whoo! Like I said, this guy was actually on some people's figure of the year. I love the bright colors. They're just like Dragon Ball Z kind of colors. And they got some articulation. Not as good as SH Figuarts and Bandai. And I honestly don't care. I want this company to continue to making these guys up. I saw they're making some exclusives as well already. And I understand that. You got to use that same mold. And you're trying to get the most out of you can for that mold. Keep up the good work. I might purchase them down the road. Maybe after the next fight. But these right here. And these motherfuckers right here, I am going to have one hell of a time for. And I'm proud and happy and glad and superbly off the charts on these, this series that you guys were able to get. I love it. I am so happy that I can have these in my life. And the upgrade from the original release is crazy. I'm going to add this. There's somewhere in one of my videos, I believe it's a Marvel collection video, that I have all my Bucky O'Hares out of the box and the carded ones underneath. I gotta show you those. I collected Bucky O'Hare, and you can see in the back of them they usually have the ones still sealed. I have them throughout the house. More Bucky O'Hare. Them Bucky O'Hare and Cowboys of Moo Mesa. It was the other series. I might even go and play the game online, the original arcade one, because the original actual Nintendo game for this series goes for over $200, up to $500 on eBay. The game. Out of the box. Yeah, it's like $100 out just to own the game. Not even a slip, nothing. Nothing. It's just $100 minimum. Minimum. I love these things. Brings back everything that I missed out as a kid. I get to relive it again. Definitely gonna get the rest of the wave from you guys. Thank you for making these. Ham out. Boom. The one thing is this. Growing up as a kid, whatever life your parents give you, you think that is the normal life. That's how every other kid is. This is normal. And then you realize, if you go to some kid's house, that, alright, maybe he got something more than me. Maybe because I don't deserve something. And then you grow up. And you see that it wasn't normal. That the environment you lived in was not a good place. I love these figures. Thank you.